Are you a senior struggling to make ends meet? Well, the South African Social Security Agency, or SASSA, has just made a game-changing announcement that could have a huge impact on your life. Imagine seeing your old age grant payments rise to an astonishing R5000. Yes, you heard that right. SASSA has just made the largest increase in years, and this could be the lifeline so many of us have been waiting for. For too long, many seniors have had to stretch their hard-earned pensions, cutting back on essentials just to get by. But now, with this huge increase, the question is, what does this mean for you? Will this be enough to help with rising living costs? Can this finally provide some relief to those on low incomes who've been feeling the pressure? But here's the thing, this increase isn't just a one-time bump. It's part of a larger plan to help seniors get back on their feet. And in this video, we'll dive deep into the specifics of how this change will affect your payments, who qualifies, and how you can make sure you're getting the full benefit. We're also going to discuss the impact of this change on the country's elderly population and what it means for the future. Could this be the first step toward more support for South Africa's most vulnerable group? And most importantly, how can you ensure that you don't miss out on any of these benefits? So, stick around because this is something you don't want to miss. If you're a senior or know someone who could benefit, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, because we've got all the details coming your way. Let's get into it. Let's get into the heart of this exciting news. The SASSA increase for old age grants is a milestone that many of us have been hoping for, and now, it's a reality. For years, we've seen the steady rise in costs of living, especially for basic necessities like food, medical expenses, and even utilities. So, how has SASSA responded to this growing concern? By announcing the largest increase in years, giving a much-needed boost to those who need it most, the elderly. For seniors across the country, this increase represents far more than just a financial lift. It signifies recognition of the struggles you face every day. Whether it's going without some of the luxuries you used to enjoy or making difficult decisions about where to cut back in order to survive, this grant increase could change the financial landscape for you. But, let's step back for a moment and understand why this is so significant. In the past, many seniors felt as though they were often overlooked when it came to financial support. For a long time, the old age grant, though helpful, wasn't enough to keep up with inflation. Imagine having to live on a fixed income while everything around you gets more expensive. It's a daunting reality that many seniors face, and for far too long, it seemed like there was no real solution in sight. This is why the announcement from SASSA is such a welcome change. The increase to R5000 will go a long way in helping you cover essential costs. Whether it's paying for medicines, healthcare, daily groceries, or even just to have a little bit of extra for leisure or family needs, this grant boost will provide that much-needed cushion. But we should also ask, will R5000 be enough for everyone? While this increase certainly helps, it's essential to acknowledge that living costs aren't uniform across the country. In some regions, R5000 may feel like a substantial increase, but in high-cost areas, it might still not cover all your needs. However, it is a step forward, and for many, this increase will make a noticeable difference in their ability to live more comfortably. For seniors who have been relying on the old age grant to support themselves, this raise offers more than just financial relief. It's a signal that the government is beginning to understand the weight of financial burdens that the elderly carry. By increasing the old age grant, the government is showing that they recognize the increasing challenges of living on a pension. It's also about ensuring that those who have contributed to the nation's growth throughout their working years are given the respect and financial support they deserve in their retirement years. Another critical aspect to consider is the eligibility for the new old age grant payment. Many of you might be wondering, am I eligible for the R5000 increase? Well, the good news is that if you're already receiving the old age grant, you should automatically be included in the increase. However, it's always a good idea to check with SASSA to ensure that your payments are up to date and that you're receiving the full amount you're entitled to. Additionally, there may be other factors that influence your eligibility for specific benefits, such as your overall income and financial situation. So, it's worth reviewing your current circumstances and making sure you're not missing out on any additional help that may be available to you. If you're not already receiving the grant, it's important to reach out to SASSA to see if you qualify and how you can apply for these benefits. Now, we know that while financial relief is crucial, there are still many areas where seniors continue to face hardships, especially when it comes to healthcare and medical costs. Many seniors rely on the old age grant to cover not just their daily expenses but also to fund healthcare needs. With the cost of medicines and medical visits rising, this grant increase couldn't have come at a better time. For those who have chronic health conditions, regular visits to the doctor and the need for prescription medications can be financially draining. This is where the extra money from the increase can help. It can go towards necessary treatments or even purchasing over-the-counter medication for those smaller but important health needs that make a big difference in your overall well-being. Having that extra R5000 could make it easier for you to access the care you need without feeling like you're constantly sacrificing your health to make ends meet. But we also need to talk about how this increase could affect other areas of life for seniors. The extra income means more options, whether it's helping out your children and grandchildren, covering a special event, or even treating yourself to something small that brings joy. Life doesn't stop after retirement, and having a bit of extra financial flexibility can give you the freedom to do more of what you enjoy, instead of worrying about how to pay bills every month. Let's not forget that this increase in old age grants is not just a temporary measure, it's a reflection of a larger shift in how the government views its senior citizens. For many years, it seemed that the elderly were largely sidelined in terms of financial support, but this increase is a positive indicator of change. It's a sign that more attention is being paid to the challenges faced by older South Africans. It's also a call to action for further changes, potentially leading to even greater support in the future, whether it's through healthcare reforms, better access to housing, or improved benefits. However, as we acknowledge this progress, it's essential to consider the sustainability of these increases. Can the government continue to support such initiatives over the long term? With the growing elderly population, sustaining these increases without straining the national budget will be a complex task. But it's a challenge that can be met with careful planning and budget management. Ideally, this could inspire further discussions about the long-term financial security of older South Africans, which would ultimately benefit all citizens. As we move forward, it's crucial for seniors to stay informed about their benefits. This increase in the old age grant is a wonderful step in the right direction, but it's just one part of the equation. By keeping up with government policies, changes in healthcare, and opportunities for additional support, you can make the most of these benefits. Whether it's by checking in with SASSA regularly, exploring healthcare options, or simply staying up to date with new announcements, knowledge is your most powerful tool. This boost in the old age grant could also encourage discussions about how we, as a society, treat and support our elderly. The elderly have built the foundation of this country, and it's only right that we do everything we can to ensure they live their later years in comfort, with dignity and respect. In conclusion, while the R5000 increase in the old age grant is a monumental step in the right direction, it's just the beginning. It's a promise that the government is listening to the concerns of its senior citizens and working to provide better financial support. The road ahead may still have challenges, but for now, seniors can breathe a little easier, knowing that help is on the way. This boost provides a much-needed safety net and will give seniors across South Africa the chance to live their lives with a bit more freedom and less worry. If this video has helped shed some light on the recent SASSA increase and what it means for you, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Stay informed about all the latest updates that can impact your financial and personal well-being. And if you know someone who could benefit from this information, make sure to share this video with them. Together, we can make sure that all seniors have the support they deserve.